What's up guys, my name is Boston. I'm at this beautiful spot just above St. George, Utah with my 2019 Raptor swapped F-150 right behind me. Today, I'm gonna tell you guys why I decided to go with this truck, what is currently done to it, and what my plans are for the future. So one thing people have said to me is like, bro, why didn't you just buy an actual Raptor? Like, why buy a Raptor swapped F-150? And well, it really was everything I was after. The biggest thing I like to do is go out and adventure. I wanted a vehicle that was capable, could get me places. The fuel mileage is meh, but wasn't really like a requirement. And after being down at Baja, the Baja 1000, I just fell in love with these trucks. So after being down at Baja in November, I've been kind of taking a look around at trucks, seeing what my options were. I wasn't in the market to purchase a vehicle, but I was looking around. So this truck came up and I talked to the guy about it. We went over some things and I just kind of was like, not really in the position to buy a truck, but I was kind of looking to see what my options were. Fast forward through the winter more, drove the Jeep a ton, and then hitting February, I still saw that this truck was for sale and I was like, man, this is a sign, I gotta go buy it. So I did what I could, put some things together, hightailed it on down to Arizona and was driving back in this truck. I didn't care for all of the super big gadgets and gizmos, the electronic seats, all the extra options on the dash. Like I just kind of was like, I'd rather have something bare bones. The less electronics, the better off I am. So I decided to go with the Raptor swapped F-150. So now for the walkaround. So starting on the front, it retains the STX headlights and grille. It's got the entire Raptor fenders and hood. They're not fiberglass, those are actually OEM fenders. It's got the ADD front bumper with the Baja Designs light bar. Planning to get more lights up here on the front. The front end has the entire Raptor suspension, camber control arms, SVC tie rods. It's limit strapped. And then it's kind of got some crusty methods on it right now, which are wrapped in some pretty worn down Falcons. So I bought this truck in February. It is the beginning of May, so just a few months. And I've already put almost 10,000 miles on the truck. So it's definitely seen quite a bit of use. Working to the back is my favorite part about this truck, and that is the GFC camper. If you'd followed my Instagram account before, you'd seen my Tacoma that had the bed rack with the tent on it, and I fell in love with that setup. I love going outside, adventuring, and just being able to go somewhere and pop up a tent was just super ideal. That's one other big reason why I decided to do this truck, is because it had the GFC already on it. He was trying to sell it separate, possibly, but I was like, dude, let's bundle it up. So I'll show you guys more of the rear end here in a second, but I'll just pop you in the cab and show you a little bit around it. So nothing crazy going on. I've got the Voss switch panel that's just controlling the light bar right now. It does have the Raptor steering wheel with functional paddle shifters. Super basic dash. This truck was originally, and I guess still is, an STX. So it's a lower trim model, but cloth seats, which are comfortable and don't burn your ass in the summer. One of my favorite recent upgrades is the radio. So this right here is the top display 15.6-inch screen for the F-150. They make a bunch of other displays, but this is the one that fits my vehicle. So this is super cool. It's got CarPlay, which is super big, which is perfect for OnX Off-Road. Looks like I'm not logged in at the moment, but it gives you a super big map on the screen. It's also super cool because it runs an Android ecosystem. So you've got apps like YouTube, Hulu, Netflix. There's the App Store, so you can download any app that you want. So besides that, the interior is pretty much stock. Coming back here to the rear, excuse the mess, I have a Molly panel mounted to the back, which has a fire blanket and then a little EDC pouch. I also forgot to mention, right up above the radio is some room right up there. And that is where I'll throw the Starlink when I go out on my adventures. So back here to the rear end, it's got the entire bed off of a Ford Raptor, which has been paint matched. Deaver leaf springs, the Raptor shocks, which have been tuned. I didn't mention that on the front, but all the shocks have been tuned for the truck. And now let's take a look at the GFC. So the thing I super like about this is all the doors pop up all the way around, which gives super good parking for the Chinese pit bike. It's a little messy, but there's some turf in the back. And then I've also got my Z-Track rail mounted up there. So that Z-Track rail is also a super sweet product. It's a like E-Track style rail, which is fit to the truck, built here in Utah, which is my favorite part about it. And it gives you a bunch of different tie down points on the front of the truck bed to secure anything. They also have moto chock, stuff like that. So that's what I've got for the pit bike. You slide the pit bike into the chock. The front wheel can't move, so your straps aren't coming loose, and I'm able to go bomb down dirt roads. We've also got this super cool prototype spare tire carrier that uses a UTV strap to hold the tire in place. Honestly, it works super good, and having the tires stood up, not having something that's all bolted down and bulky is the move. I've got you guys on a tripod now so I can pop up the GFC and show you my favorite part about the truck. So if you haven't seen these GFCs before, they're super slick. There's 2 pins on the side you push in, and then you push up on the top, and that's all it is. Tent set up, camp's ready to go. Boom. And that's it. Raises itself, tent's all open. It's pretty legit. So like I said, that right there is my all-time favorite thing about this truck. The GFC is super solid and rigid. This is the V1, but it literally doesn't move. I've jumped the truck, gone wherever, hasn't moved around. And then the capability of just being able to go wherever, couple pins, push up, and the tent opens up just like that. Super key for what I want to do. So to access the GFC, you just climb into the bed. There's these panels here. If I can do this one-handed. And just like that, you're up inside. I've got some LED strips mounted on the top. There's a bag where I throw phones or anything in. And it's got multiple windows around you can open up. So that right there is my adventure rig. I've got a lot planned for it, a lot I want to do, a lot of places I want to go. And first thing I want to do, as far as lighting goes, is actually get some pods up here on the front bumper. So kind of something like the LP6 is doing, like 4 of them on the front. I've seen that on a couple of SVC Raptors that float around here in town, and that looks super sweet. I could always put some up on the camper, but I'd rather keep my lighting lower. I think the highest I'll probably end up going is just doing those A-pillar lights. Probably like some SS3s or whatever they are from Diode. I've run those before. Those things are sweet. Maybe do some Baja Squadrons. Back here in the rear of the truck is the biggest project that I want to tackle or find out there. I want to do a power system with a big slide out drawer in the back. So one thing I've got in mind is building a drawer here on the side that's about half the length of the bed. And the drawer would be however far back it could be to where the spare tire mount could sit up on top. And then the power would be all underneath in like a box there with the tire on top. And then the rest of the length of the bed would be a pull-out drawer, which then I could use like a flip and have a larger table. I could have up on top a pull-out for a fridge. And then I want to stick a big solar panel up on top of the GFC that would supply power to everything in here, as well as putting some like USB ports and stuff on here in places so I can make sure that everything is charged and I've got the power to go somewhere for weeks on end. Other than that, there's loads of things I could do to the truck. I could do like the SVC mid-travel, so many more things. My plan is to get all the shocks on here pulled off and rebuild the upper control arms as far as suspension goes, and I think I'll be dialed. I'm not mobbing this thing out at San Hollow, jumping all the time, bombing down dirt roads, maybe hitting some littler jumps, but mostly taking it out adventuring. With that being said, the next steps for this truck is going to be doing either the lighting or tackling building out the drawer system, having power just so I can go out for a couple weeks and not have to stress, have a fridge, not have to worry about ice would just be sweet. I recently took out an overland trailer and did some camping with it, which had a super cool setup. You can find that linked either in the description or at the end of the video. Its kitchen setup was legit, and I think I'll try and implement something like that on this truck. So keeping that all in mind, the fact that I'm using this truck for adventure, something I can go beat on, not too hard, but still be usable and fun, go fast. What would you guys do to this truck? If you bought this truck or it was given to you, what is the first thing that you would upgrade about it? I want to know down in the comments. If you guys want to see where this truck is going to take me, the setup I end up building out on it, and all that I do, now's go time. I'm filming more and more YouTube videos. I'm going to start going out on more adventures, bringing you guys along, checking out some new spots, like I said, looking into going to either Colorado or Oregon within the next couple months, or even both if I can make it happen. So if you want to see where this truck takes me or the content I end up building with it, be sure to subscribe. And if you like the video, leave a like. And of course, I want to hear what you guys would do with this truck if it was yours, keeping in mind that it's going to be built for going on adventures and not Baja. Although with that said, I will be taking this thing down to the Baja 1000, so lots of maintenance and things to come, which I'll keep you guys in the loop about. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I'm excited to go on more adventures and see where this truck takes me. We'll see you guys in the next adventure.